Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BackYourself Podcast. We're back.
Are we?
Consistent uploads are coming your way. Even though, again, none of you motherfuckers have done anything for me, but that's alright. The review of Week 8 of the NFL is up and ready to rock and roll. If you boys are interested in our thoughts of the degeneracy that occurred last week with some really...
I wonder what's going to happen this week.
Some strange underdogs winning outright after 2 weeks of public victories in the 2 weeks prior to last week for the NFL. But back to normal proceedings with some weirdos winning. Just quickly, Giants, you boys tried today, but close but no cigar on the +6. But that's all right. We'll keep it moving.
Don't cheer for Giants.
We'll keep it moving into next week. And yeah, what are you thinking, Chris? How are you feeling, my friend? What's new?
I think it's an exciting week.
I think from my perspective, besides 3 games this week, this is one of the worst slates in recent memory of this sport.
All right. Well, I have to make it entertaining for you then.
You can do your best, but...
I only have 2 segments though, so what the fuck am I supposed to do?
You have one more segment than me.
Yeah.
But speaking of segments, let's just fucking rock and roll straight into that shit. The Week 9 NFL Lock of the Week, I'm going with the pathetic New York Jets on Thursday Night Football, -1.5 against the Texans. No Stephon Diggs, no Nico Collins, no chance for these boys in my opinion. And it takes a brave man to put money, to go do your 9 to 5, get your money and put it on the New York Jets at this stage of the season, boasting a 2-6 record, coming off a loss to the Patriots. They are god-awful, and their character is fucking pitiful as well. However, they're still favourites for a reason, and I believe the sportsbooks know something. And if this is going to be a situation where they fall to 2-7, they literally just should nuke the New York headquarters the following morning. But I believe there's one last rallying cry in this team. And on a short week with a bunch of injuries on the Texans' side of the ball, I think the defense will finally show up, force a couple turnovers, and Rodgers will scrape by, probably win by a field goal or something stupid. But I'm confident in them. Let's go New York. Stand up, I guess. And if you lose this one, just sit down for the rest of the season. Let's Oge.
Fuck Jets.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your contribution.
That's all I need to say.
Yep. So now we move on to the actual important slate. And shout out to Daylight Savings for giving us an extra hour's sleep
We're
in
back
the morning.
at 5.
I personally prefer 3 because, like, if you're going to get up and kill yourself for this sport, you may as well... If I could move it to 2, I would do that as well, Chris. But
yeah, but then
now we've got to settle for 5 a.m. starts.
But then you have to like think about staying up the whole night when it's at 2. That's the issue.
Now, quick nap, and then before you know it, the alarm's going off. And some inbreds...
At 1:55.
Some inbreds are running out there at 2 a.m. But
plenty of inbreds at 5, don't worry.
we start with a team of inbreds, the Dallas Cowboys, with essentially a season from hell at this point, go to the Atlanta Falcons, getting 2.5 points, less than a field goal. I was surprised to see after Kirk and the crew got out of Tampa with a victory last weekend, and Dallas, again, coming off a bye, stunk it up at San Francisco. The scoreline probably flattered them. 6-point margin. Should have been 60, even though San Francisco got awful at this stage. So, Chris, why is this only 2.5?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Sharps again. Parsons is back. Apparently the world has to know it and keep this at 2.5. The thing is, you see, this is Dallas, right? It's the same garbage. Everyone thinks they have hope because they came back. Little do they know Niners quit. And at one point they were down 27-10. Let's put that in perspective. 27-10.
I think they lost the third quarter 21-0.
So look, anyone that wants to take Dallas, you're a brave man. Anyone that takes Falcons, they're literally giving you a layup. How many times are you going to put Falcons 2.5? And they're going to cover it anyway. It's the same garbage every week with these cunts. And truly, I think Dallas, even though their season's finished and they can't do anything with Dak, they have no run game. Parsons might come back, but it won't matter. 2.5, is that it? I'll take my mighty Falcons. I'll die for them.
You know you're sitting next to a brave man?
You're going to take Dallas?
Yeah.
Why?
Because...
Why are you taking Dix this week already? And we haven't even got to Carolina.
I'm going to tell you why. There's a massive inclusion in this game. Parsons. Parsons.
I already said Parsons, bro.
Look, Dallas, traditionally, when finally the world has anointed them as the dirt of the sport.
No one's anointed them, though.
No. Anointed as the dirt of the sport.
Yeah, but they haven't done that. That's why they're 2.5.
No.
There should be 4.
No. Everyone knows these kinds of fucking rubbish.
No, I don't know.
Right? That's why there were 6 last week. And now, like, Falcons, it's just... There must be a coding error for the sportsbook that no matter who, where, when they play, they're 2.5. That's my theory. But Parsons is back. So, once Dallas, as far as the perception of the team goes, once they're anointed as these guys are gods, they always fuck it up. And once you go and anoint them as these guys can't win a game, that's when they win. A la the Steelers game, a la plenty of garbage games last year. They come off a primetime loss against God knows who, and then the following week they go and beat some losers. Which Falcons, at the end of the day, they are losers.
Yeah.
You know, Falcons, hilariously, have the worst pass rush rate in the history of the NFL.
Listen.
After trading for Juden.
Listen. They don't need pass rush. These cunts have one player to throw to.
Yeah, I know. And it's gonna work.
No, it's not.
It will work.
I trust... Atlanta, I don't trust their front. I don't trust their linebackers. The 2 players I can actually trust is their safeties.
Yeah, but Dallas, like, they don't really throw it deep to CD, right? It's more intermediate stuff.
It won't matter.
Which, again, name me one Falcons linebacker.
They don't have
They
shit.
don't have anything. So,
How the fuck are Dallas going to defend them, though?
with Parsons.
He was there and they couldn't stop the run, so I can't imagine against this Falcons running game.
Where was he?
No, at the start of the season.
Yeah, well, they're not going to stop it against fucking Ravens, but
Did they stop it against Saints?
no one could stop Saints at that point. And again, Saints were just full sending it. They
It
didn't
should be
rush
4.5. They're fucking shit.
It should be 4.5, but I guaranteed if I had upset alert, I would genuinely consider sending out Dallas.
So in 2 games, you've taken 2 dirts of the sport.
Yes.
Fuck me, dude.
Because,
What am I
like,
doing the podcast
because the
bring back this cunt's leg. At least he used to be cool.
The non-dirts, like, they've been winning too much. The dirtbags can just start winning. And I
Yeah,
think,
that's coming in a few goal games.
well, mate, you're sitting here having a go at me. I already know some of the rats you're going to take, so I'm going to get back at you. Don't worry about
Yeah, but
that.
I'm getting points, bro.
I'm getting points too, mate.
2.
Yeah. With Falcons, you never know. 1 point might be
Yeah,
enough.
that's true. It's Falcons.
So, yeah. Falcons, like, I think it's a really letdown spot for them after beating the shit out of Tampa. And I took them last week. I was like, 2.5, is that it? So you're 2.5 to Tampa with literally nothing. And now you're 2.5 again after beating Tampa. Kind of pisses me off because I know this should be 3. And I probably would expect to see 3 at some point. I'll wait for that and take the 3. But yeah, I genuinely think Dallas is going to go there and win for no reason. So don't be shocked when that happens. Moving on. I'm going to give myself a 30-second timer to talk about Miami, and then I'm going to hand it over to you because I don't give a fuck. And if anything, like, if it wasn't for Jets, like, being able to scream at them, I would not talk about this division for the rest of the year because it's already over. And I guess the question is, can Miami get a wild card in this conference where, like, a bunch of teams are hovering around, 4-3, 3-4? These guys are 2-5. Can they go on a run? I think no, because they already quit the Cardinals. And Tua, in his best of situations, always goes on the road to good teams and gets molested. And I don't see, like, why that would be any different to Buffalo. So I'm good. I know in the review I said maybe Miami of War is coming to town, but I'm good. Buffalo's going to beat the shit out of these guys.
Yeah, Miami suck ass. I'm good. 8 will be a bit too much. It'll probably end up landing right on 7.5. So everyone out there will probably be like, "What the fuck?" I would put Buffalo in your. I usually don't say this, but I'd put it in your teasers because there's no way they're gonna lose to this Miami iteration. And if they are, they truly are the most infuriating team in the sport.
Who, Buffalo or Miami?
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah,
There's no
why?
reason to lose to Miami.
Yeah, they won't lose. But
It gives them both hope, especially if Jets win.
there's no hope.
No, there is.
Because hope would imply that these two peasants have it in them to go win like 5-6 games in a row.
Yeah.
They're lucky to win a quarter the way these losers are playing.
I'm saying put Snoop Huntley back in. Fuck this shit.
Chris, if these cunts lose again,
I would consider...
run out Snoop. It's done.
Back it up.
It's done. And start trading cunts. Like, there's no reason to run it back with these losers.
Agreed.
Speaking of losers, the two biggest losers in the sport play each other in the toilet bowl of the Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints, which I believe Derek Carr's healed and he's going to be returning in this one, which I hope that's the case, and that's why the spread's 7, because if it spreads a rattler of war and it's 7, then I've seen the lowest of lows as far as the team goes in Carolina. But again, they are the worst team I've ever seen in my life. So can I really sit there and be like, no, Carolina should be 3.5 or 4.5? knowing that they're actually the worst team ever. So this is a skip that shit. I'm good. I can't take Carolina again.
Y'all love Carolina.
You had to whisper.
This is it. They might win. It's not going to be my upset alert because I've already got a bigger one planned and probably get more hype. But I truly believe they might beat Saints.
For what reason?
I'll tell you why. Well, how many wins do Saints have?
2.
How many wins do Carolina have?
1.
Wait.
2 after this weekend.
How many losses do Saints have?
I don't know.
6.
6, yeah.
How many losses do Carolina have?
6.
7.
Yeah, right.
So it would mean if Carolina do beat Saints, they both have the same record. Which, other than the fact that I'll be laughing my head off because Saints started 2-0 and then became 2-7. I think Carolina might get their revenge for week 1. Everyone came out at them and said how bad they were week 1.
And they progressed to get worse.
But everyone knew week 1, oh my god, Carolina's the same shit, the same garbage, what the fuck's this, they haven't done shit. But, little do they know, Bryce Young, as long as Dalton's fucking healthy, which I'm only taking him on that fact, I'm not taking Bryce Young, like I said in the last podcast. But Andy Dalton plays, you know I'll be on Carolina, whatever the spread is. Carp can play, Olave, they can all play. I literally want every single Saint to play so I can get as many points as possible on this dumbass team. But it won't matter because they're going to win outright.
Yeah, okay, good luck.
They're both going to be 2-7.
I'm going to skip, I can't lay 7 with Saints against anyone. If they played fucking UConn tomorrow, I can't lay 7 with Saints. But I can't take Carolina again.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe I will, for you.
Nice.
But you'll have to return the favor. I'm still doing advanced thinking.
No, you're going to pick some dick later.
I could use it up on this game.
Who?
But then, I'm a very loyal sort of guy. And I wouldn't, come out and beat the drum against this team because I'd die for them. But Raiders, it's over for you guys. And there's nothing sharp about this whatsoever of laying 7.5 with Bengals. But I believe, Ray's going to go and give up.
Bam! The loudest possible skip of all time. Because, like I said, fuck Jets, fuck Dallas, and most importantly, fuck Bengals.
Fuck Bengals even more so than Jets?
They might go fuck it up. I'm not going to put past Raiders. One thing that you will not actually put into account is that Cincinnati might quit.
No, there's a team that's going to quit in this game. It's
Raiders.
Not
Yeah,
Bengals.
you think it's Raiders, but you're getting 7 points, so that's fine.
No,
lay 7.5 with Bengals, they're one of the worst teams I've ever seen, and their spread doesn't adjust.
Yeah, I know.
It's the same garbage every week.
Well, actually,
no. There's Giants, and then it's these.
On a caveat, Chris, I think a lot of the story of this season is what has to happen in these games for these spreads to adjust. Has the Jets spread adjusted? No. Has the Bengals spread adjusted?
No.
Has the Commander spread adjusted? No.
Giants, same shit.
Regardless of what happens in the games, it's like the bookies are like, oh, okay. 9 weeks ago in the preseason, we thought this of this team, and we're just going to keep pricing them the same way.
Look, seriously, if Bengals were actually what they should have been, this would have been 10, 11.
Yeah, easily, yeah. 11, 12, it's Raiders. But
fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident Raiders going to go give up. This has nothing to do with Bengals. If Raiders were playing essentially anyone besides Carolina or the 5 dirtbags, I would fade them this week. These cunts are going to give up.
No,
completely.
Give up is some other game, which is also in the 5 a.m. slot.
Nah, I'm pretty confident this is going to be a quit job, but I'm not excited of laying 7 with Bengals. I've been fucking putrid. But obviously, if T. Higgins comes back, I can see them at least.
I want to make a deal.
Yeah.
If Bengals lose, we can't talk about them for the rest of the year.
Yeah, done.
Fuck those.
Actually, I'm going to say hold my beer. If Bengals don't cover, I'm not going to talk about them for the rest of the year. I don't care if they win. That's not good enough.
All right.
Because if you go and beat Raiders by 3, do you want a fucking trophy?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm good. I want to see a 24-point winning margin. Raiders are going to give up. I promise you they're going to go give up. So all you have to do is just play competently, which you genuinely haven't done since week 2. So fucking wake up. We move on to the unders fest of the early slate.
Cincinnati.
Chargers are going to Cleveland, and they're going to go get their ass torn by Jameis Winston of War. Knees weak, arms are heavy, your mum... That's what he'll be saying in the post-game press conference when he beats Justin Herbert's ass. Let's go Browns Nation.
We have to take them again. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. Unfortunately for this fucking stupid podcast is that we have to keep taking Browns because these line doesn't change. How can they be underdogs at home to Chargers?
Well, Chargers are perceived to
They
be
can't play.
Yeah, I know.
They cannot play the game of football.
Yeah.
Running the ball is not playing the game. Literally, they should be playing rugby league. They actually are the incorporation of an NRL team.
Well, they could play football if it was 1961. But
fuck these guys.
You know what's hilarious about them? They're actually not even good at it.
They're not good at it. That's the problem.
They're not like... I don't look at them and I'm like, fuck, what a rushing attack.
If they had, like, I don't know, a gun running back and they could block the front properly, then I'd be like, all right. If they were Colts.
Yes. If Colts, like, called plays as if they were Chargers, I'd be like, oh, okay.
All
like,
right, fuck.
These cunts are actually good at that and it's going to be like a problem.
But they're not going to do that.
Yeah. They go and get like 3 yards of carry anyway. It's just pointless. And the Browns front will actually like stop that as well. So you're going to end up dropping back Herbert. He's going to get killed by Myles Garrett. And then Jameis, like, he's going to score some garbage because he's Jameis. So I trust Browns. Getting points at home, I'll take them.
They could be luck. I thought it was luck of the week. I'll take Browns.
I contemplated it. Yeah. But like, I really banged the drum for them last week. I should have given them out as luck of the week last week. But I really like Falcons more. But there's no reason for Chargers to go there. It's
interesting what the Falcons spread was last week.
They're fucking terrible. So we move on to your Washington Commanders. Will they go and win for the 55 weeks in a row when they go to MetLife and play Giants of War?
All right. Bookies. Wake up! How many times can Giants beat 3.5 in this fucking fixture? It doesn't matter. They can play the Chiefs. Panthers, Ravens,
Panthers,
Bengals, you name it. They're going to be 3.5 at home. And you know what is hilarious? It's not like they cover 50% of them and they don't cover 50% of them. They don't cover any of them.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Commanders. Fuck this garbage.
You think Commanders are going to cover?
Commanders, it should be a touchdown. Giants suck ass.
I know. It should be 7.
How the fuck are they going to score?
I don't... They never... This kind hasn't thrown a touchdown in MetLife for years. Decades even. And they're going out, they're only getting 3.5. Who the fuck, after watching today, wants to take that? I'm good.
This cunt's taking it.
Why?
I don't know.
The only fucking argument that I would listen to is Washington won the comp. Especially the way they won it.
But it's 3. It's not like you're laying 7.
I know.
That they can win by 7, exactly.
Okay, in the hypothetical, Chris, that Washington win the toss and they elect to get the ball and they go and score a touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah.
I could... And I was on Giants 3.5. I'd be like, oh, okay, I've lost. Yeah, like I can't like cover for me.
So I know what they're expecting. The front will get to get to Daniels.
Yeah, like every other front hasn't gotten to him.
Exactly, it's Giant. I don't care how good their front is. Even if they get to him, he gets away.
Yeah, his capability.
No one could have done literally. Only Bears could do what Bears did last week. And you can't expect Giants to do the same shit. And they only cover by half a point if you actually think about it. This spread.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fucking incredible.
And on the other side, like, the Giants secondary was getting raped by Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett today. Sorry, George Pickens. And Washington, we know their passing of offense is 10 times better than these guys. So on a short week going back home...
Their running game's better.
To just go and, like, you really should just go and give up. And Washington, extra rest, division rival, yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
I
don't understand why this is 3.5. Give me Commanders all day long. Tennessee and New England, who cares?
Why? I care.
It's all yours.
Who Tennessee is playing? Who's playing quarterback?
William Levis, potentially. Could be returning.
Oh, wow. All right, look, Patriots.
Minus 3.5.
Can they two-peat, though?
That's
my concern.
Can you... I guess my question, Chris. Tennessee have given up 2 weeks in a row.
But Patriots haven't.
And
can you give up 3 weeks straight? Is that what you're saying?
No. Can you go out there and give up 2 weeks in a row and then be minus 3.5?
No.
Well, then there's your answer.
But it's Patriots.
But at least they try. I haven't seen Patriots go out there and give up.
Yeah, but Brissett's playing, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Who we know he can't score.
Wow, he can't throw anything.
Yeah. This is a disgusting game.
Unders.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, fuck yeah. If Will Levis doesn't play, and this is Rudolph versus Brissett,
Unders.
genuinely could be 7-6 full time.
Who the fuck's gonna score?
Not Brissett, I'll tell you that much. Maybe fucking Rudolph. Fuck that.
Wow, they're both absolutely awful.
Yeah, no, this is...
I wouldn't want to lay points in this sort of game.
You know what?
They could win by 2.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. What the fuck? Like, this should be maybe 2.5 or something.
Pick them.
Yeah.
I want to be... If I was a bookie, I would be, fuck it, pick them. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Who the fuck's going to bet on this?
If it was Pick'em, I would nuke Tennessee. You can't...
I reckon this could be the lowest betted game in the history of this sport.
Yeah. I can't, like, maybe when...
At 3.5, like, just keep it as is. Who the fuck is anyone taking?
Because the...
You can't take touchdown scores because no one's going to score.
Yes.
You
can't take overs because
no one's going to score. So you literally stuck with unders.
Or Patriots.
Or some dick to get running yards, and they're not going to even do that properly.
Yeah. There's actually nothing to take.
There's nothing to take.
The only shit that will get backed is the Sharps taking unders and the Sharps taking Patriots.
That's it.
Because I think this is the only game of the season where there actually won't be a public side.
No.
The public doesn't want to bet on this garbage. Particularly with 8 games in Redzone as opposed to like the weeks where there's 5 or 6. And the beauty of this is you won't even see it on Redzone because it will be
no one will
unders.
score.
So that's the beauty of it. We can even just pretend this game never played.
Exactly.
Who cares? So we move on. And we're done with Red Zone for now, and we go to my team versus your team. The Back Yourself Bowl, you could call it. And I think we should actually invest in the trophy, Chris. Put it right on the table. Come the review, and either hand it to you
we
or
have
me.
no skip button.
Because the Arizona Cardinals host the Chicago Bears after getting their hearts ripped out of their chest in Washington 2 days ago with a pick'em price. Chris, you will be taking your Bears, won't you?
Of course I'm taking me Bears, and I'll tell you why. They literally played these cunts last week. This is a shit version of what they just played. And you might be like, what do you mean? Like, because Jaden Daniels is literally Kyler Murray. Runs, little fucking nippy cunt, being a dickhead. Their defense is much worse than what they were playing in Washington. The only reason really you should take Arizona is that Bears are so, like, their heart's so broken that they just give up. But where they're positioned, with their games remaining, they still have divisional games, which means if they win those divisional games, regardless of what happens, they're going to make the playoffs. Overall, like I said obviously Bears lost. Like I said in the review, they were always going to lose one of these 2 games. Unfortunately, it was the fucking Washington one, because it would have been good to see these cunts being on 6-2, or whatever they would have been. But it's fine. It is what it is. So they're going to win this Arizona one. At Pick'em, just take the Bears. Don't even think about it. You're literally playing a shitter version of Washington last week. It's the same garbage. So Bears didn't have any touchdowns given in 60 minutes. Obviously, they scored right at the end with last play. But no touchdowns given. You could see much of the same. And Caleb played really bad. And playing a fucking incompetent defense, as far as I'm concerned, in Arizona, they should be all good. Take the Bears and don't even think about it.
I disagree, Chris. I'll be on the other side. I love my Cardinals, and
you'll die for them.
I just think situationally, coming off the heartbreaking loss that the Bears had coming out of their bye, it would have been such a fucking morale boost for them if they could have gone in their bye, come out of this one, beat Washington, which they probably should have beat them.
But they would have fucked it up.
And at that point, they could be like, oh, look, like if we just rape Cardinals, then like even if we fuck up all our division games, we'll still probably get a wild card spot, right? But now it's like, fuck's sake, like we should have won. Why are we going to go back to back on the road, play these losers who... These cunts have like a newfound hope as well, coming off a 2-peating and winning in Miami when no one gave them a chance. And they do pose a little bit of a different problem for them as far as offensively. Like, this James Conner cunt is so fucking annoying. And the Bears, their secondary and their linebacking core is incredible, but they can be run on, in my opinion. And I think once the Cardinals actually establish the run against them well, then things will open up for Kyler, and he's just fucking a nightmare to guard because he's even 10 times faster than Jaden Daniels is the loser. And in my opinion, the Bears didn't show any ability to contain him because he was rushing for first down. And the only reason that scoreline didn't blow up was because the Bears defended their nutsack off in the red zone. But again, that's going to require...
Golden's can't not score in the red zone either.
I think they can.
Peg the ball at McMurray.
I think they can because Kyler's like... I think Kyler's actually the most efficient red zone quarterback of the last 5 seasons.
That's good to know.
So he makes he can make garbage decisions at other points of the field, and he's not as consistent when it comes to driving the ball. But when he gets to the red zone, I actually think he's one of the most annoying quarterbacks in the entire league to guard. And on the other side of the ball, I'm not scared of this Bears offense. These cunts are fucking garbage.
They're shit.
And I think Cardinals can stop the run, and then I'm not scared of I'm not scared of fucking Caleb Williams at that point.
Yalla Caleb.
Fuck this cunt. So
Go
let's
Bears.
go Cardinal Nation. Let's fucking Oge.
Go Bears.
May the best man win in that one, Chris, but I think we'll see this next game alike. Obviously, you're going to despise Jaguars at all costs, and I will get into the trenches with you. You can't... Shouldn't even go to Philly. You're going to get fucking murdered. -7, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's really short. I mean, Jags really bad. And no one's fucking said it. Like, let's just say it the way it is. They're fucking god-awful. Get them fucking... Philly kill them. Philly have been... I know we say they're overrated. Truly, they don't let us down. When they need to rape someone, they rape them.
Yeah.
And it might be Hurts. I know Saquon, your mate, one of your favourite players in the NFL.
I respect him now.
Why? Because he rapes everyone?
Yeah, he's actually good.
Yeah, so I expect much of the same in this Jaguars game. Especially Philly being back in Philly. It literally feels like they haven't played in Philly for about 10 months.
That does feel like, when the fuck did they play here last? Because they had a bye. I feel like they were on the road before the bye and they went to Bengals. So they're probably like itching to get back home to Philly and rape someone. And Jags are coming to town, so just take the layup and rape them. Because, like...
They're a dead team.
Jags just give up.
They will give up.
Just throw in the
Don't
towel.
worry, mate.
They're actually good at giving up as well. So, like... I don't know. I don't see why you would take +7 with Jags, knowing that there's nothing in the tank with these losers.
I agree.
So, it would actually be quite poetic if Doug Peterson goes back to the city of brotherly love, gets raped, and then gets fired. That's my take. So if that happens come the review, I'll really laugh.
I think he can get fired. It's god-awful.
I don't think he'll be employed past this week, which is hilarious. So
that's a good take.
I think the only reason like Eagles wouldn't cover this game is if Hurts just starts like turning the ball over like a dingo, but I'm pretty confident in them. So that's that. Now we move on to the game of the round, the game of the season, the game of the decade, the game of the century, the battle for the NFC North. The Detroit Lions are coming. Yeah.
It's not over. There's one other team.
No, but like in terms of the two top of the... Because I believe if Green Bay win this game, they will be first, right? So the battle for number one spot in the NFC, which I can't even believe Green Bay are in contention of doing that, which is crazy. Green Bay Packers are hosting the Detroit Lions, the most public team I've ever seen in my life, laying 3.5 in Wisconsin, down from 4.5, which sort of implies that the bookies believe that Jordan Love will be returning in this one. The MRI did come back and they said there's no significant damage, so it's just a pain tolerance thing. And from what we've seen from this guy so far, he's going to run out there and give it a crack. So, Chris, what do you think of Green Bay plus 3.5 in this one?
We will have a new leader in the conference. Sound the fucking alarm! The Green Bay Packers will beat the Detroit Lions. The most public team I've ever seen in NFL history, apparently. They beat everyone by 50, and finally they have a divisional game, and it's not going to be as easy as that. Green Bay are going to be extremely fired up. No one actually believes that they're actually 6-2. I can't believe they're 6-2. And they have an opportunity to go 7-2, lead the division, and not only that, lead the conference after this game, and they're going to get the job done. Jordan Love will play, and they will go into the bye leading the conference after beating Detroit. I think this is a letdown spot for Detroit. You can't just keep fucking beating teams by 70. And I think they're going to think they can beat teams by 70, run the ball, and, just give it to Gibbs and he'll run 5,000 yards. But Green Bay are going to be really fired up for this shit. They have no fucking around. They know what happened last time they played a division rival against the Vikings, and they absolutely just went there asleep, and that's why they lost that game. There's no reason for that to happen again. They're going to wake the fuck up and beat Detroit. Green Bay is my upset alert.
Let's go, mate. Let's go, Green Bay, for your sake. I hope the upset alert hits. Get back in winning ways from last week when Seattle quit on you, but there will be no quitting in this game from either of these motherfuckers. That's when you want to be on the +3. Definitely in a division rival spot. Green Bay's going to be fired up. But I think they're going to lose.
They might lose by 3.
I think they're going to lose by 14.
Wow.
Unfortunately, yeah. I actually think the Lions are going to go rape these guys as well. And
sure, they literally will be carbon copy of...
Yeah, I think they will be, Chris. Outside of just rah rah, it's the fucking biggest game, boys. Come on, fire up.
They're actually not good.
What can the Green Bay team actually do to stop these motherfuckers?
It could be just a shootout. I don't think Detroit have anything on defense to stop these cunts. I mean, their receivers are always open.
That's infuriating for sure.
And they can run the ball.
But I would say, Chris, who's probably the one team you don't want to be in a shootout with at the moment?
Detroit.
With these motherfuckers.
But he could throw a pick,
I expect him to throw a pick, but his counterpart, he's pretty good at also throwing picks, the dickhead. Especially when he's injured.
Especially in the end zone.
Especially in his own end zone. So, I expect this to be close, 1 or 2 quarters into the game, but I actually think Lions are going to pull away. And
I actually think this, prediction,
what do you think?
This could be as big as the Rams-Chiefs game a few years ago, if you guys remember.
Or it's 50 to 47.
It could be like that.
It could be, yeah, definitely. I don't see, much of a reason why either of these defenses can stop the opposition, but I don't hold the Green Bay offense into that high regard in terms of being able to, if you told me Lions going to go on 5 straight scoring drives where they score a touchdown every drive, I wouldn't be surprised. But I would be surprised if you said that about Green Bay, because they have big play potential and they're very efficient in the red zone, but I think they are more likely to go 3 and out at many points in this game because they just don't have the running game that Detroit has. And I know Green Bay's going to go, rah, we're going to fire up, but Lions are the one pricks that will also do the same shit with them. Even at 7-1, I don't think they're going to be fat and happy. They're going to fire up. And if anything, I would wait for Lions to win this game and then fade them next week.
I'm taking Texans.
Regardless of, even if they're playing Patriots, I don't give a fuck. Because then that will be the pinnacle of publicity for these rats. And I think, regardless of who they play next week, this is the Super Bowl for these cunts.
Both teams.
Yes, exactly. So I think Lions are going to beat these cunts and then quit next week. So I'll actually, out of respect for you, I'm not going to take them. And my heart wants Green Bay to put an end to this fucking reign of terror of rushing 100-yard touchdowns. But my brain is telling me don't take Green Bay. They're actually going to fuck it up. So
I believe in Green Bay.
Good luck for upset purposes, man. I hope they win, but I can't take Green Bay, especially with a hampered thing. But
what if he doesn't play?
The caveat is, if they get 6 with my mate, then I will take Green Bay. Because I think they just need that little bit of extra margin. And from what I've seen from this cunt, who needs love when this guy's playing? Seriously, it's pissing me off. But I think we'll agree with this one, Chris. Seattle, pack it up and get the fuck out of the wild card race, the NFC West race. You guys suck ass. Rams, take a stronghold of this division and just fucking go and beat them. Thank you.
Please, Rams, put an end to this. Please. I don't want to watch Seahawks anymore. They're fucking garbage. 2 weeks, I put them upset alert. I don't know how they beat Falcons the way they played last week. And I hope truly they just quit on the year. They're not going to, because there's 4-4 and they're still with a chance to win the division. But Rams, you have a long week. You beat Vikings. The boys are back. Wake up. It's not that hard. It's fucking Seattle. You should be able to beat them and get your season back basically at the top of the division. No, almost.
Yep.
And there's really not much else to say. Seahawks were awful last week. If they're going to bounce back and just play gun again, then these guys are going to finish 8-9.
Yes.
And if Rams lose, then they'll probably quit on the year. So let's hope Rams fucking fire up and fuck off from Seahawks. You can't suck.
Yep, agreed. Rams, the rest of your division has let you pricks hang around through your whole fucking we have no players for this entire month streak. And now that you have everyone healthy, you actually should bounce back and win the division. If not, end up in the playoffs again. And once you're in there, you guys can do damage. Your rushing game's getting better by the game. Your defense is playing better by the game. And obviously Staffy to Nakua and Cup is just fucking taking candy from a baby at this point in the season. And Seattle, every time they've played a competent offense, they've just gone pew.
Yeah.
And I don't really see a reason why that wouldn't happen again.
Except Falcon.
I swear to God, if Rams lose this game, I'm going to fucking nuke the shit out of them because they really pissed me off when they went and raped Vikings. But from that performance, they actually are good, right? It's not the Rams thing that were 1-5. These cunts will actually beat 75% of the league, including Seattle. So I really hope they just go beat the shit out of them. And pricing-wise, especially if Metcalf doesn't play, fuck taking these guys.
Yeah, they're really bad.
And even just watching Seattle games is shit. Like just
they're shit. It's shit.
It's just a shit experience because like they're adamant to run the ball and they just fucking. It's just gay. So I'm good. Now we move on into prime time.
Well, we got through all those already.
Yes, Skull Nation. End this covering nonsense from this stupid fucking Colts team. -5.5. 11 days rest. The high-powered offense that the Vikings are carrying situationally was not great against the Rams, and also situationally was not great against the Lions, but now you're playing Colts who have a fucking pitiful secondary and not much of a pass rush. So I think this is a get-right spot, and the Colts with Anthony Richardson going up against Brian Flores. I'm guaranteeing 2 pick sixes from him in this game.
Pick sixes?
If not pick sixes, it will be one fumble that goes into the end zone and a pick six. This guy's going to get absolutely bamboozled by this guy. So,
well, you would agree that
I don't even think Colts should show up to the building.
I reckon you go to pick your own line and scroll to 16.5. Because you never know. They could win by 17. And take that.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the game that just close your eyes and don't even watch.
No, watch it.
No.
I want to see Anthony Richardson on the floor.
No. Because just don't watch it. You know, over here in Sydney, it's like midday. You know, just go to work your 9 to 5, work hard. You don't need to watch this cunt. Because Colts are going to get fucking annihilated. I think Rams, after beating Vikings, have really pissed them off. And they have an opportunity here with literally the cosmic battle. They can watch from a distance the two teams in their division absolutely kill each other. And then they can go, all right, let's beat Colts. Like, that's a fucking mission. Well, it is for everyone else. But they will beat them, and they'll beat the brakes off them. Their offense is still very good. Yeah, okay, you might have said last week, where was it? Like, when it actually mattered. They actually got there. The only reason they didn't actually win was because they didn't score the touchdown. They got field goals. And Rams, I mean, you can't take field goals against them with this offense. Yep. So that's the only reason they lost that game, really. So, truly, I think Vikings have a get-right spot here, and they can win this game. Back at home, Colts fucking just quit on the year.
Yeah, Colts fuck off. So that's all I can really say about that. Yeah. And that's all of Monday's games. We go into Tuesday, who the fuck's playing on Tuesday?
Don't worry.
Who's Monday Night Football? Oh, that's right. It's my arch enemies. The fucking Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I don't care.
You will care.
For what reason, bro?
Because one of my segments is gone. So what's my only other segment?
Well, there's only one game, right? So are you implying that there's a
there's a sharp side and there's a blunt side?
Who's the sharp side, bro?
The sharp side is who the fuck's going to take Tampa? But it's blunt to take Chiefs. So the bet to avoid, and this might get me a few views, we'll see. But the bet to avoid this week is the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to go there and for whatever reason, not beat them by 9. And you might be saying it's not 9 right now. It could be by time game day. It could get to 10. No one's going to take Tampa. I'm not saying sit there and take Tampa. Don't get me wrong, right? What I'm saying is they're not going to cover 9. By some miracle, some garbage, Tampa might lose by 7. And Chiefs don't give a fuck. At this point, this is what will essentially cross me a line for a lot of you people, is that Chiefs will do anything as long as they don't lose. That's their spot right now. They'll win by 1. They'll win by 4. They'll win by 7. They don't give a fuck as long as they win the game. And a team with that mentality is not going to go out there and cover 9 just fucking willy-nilly, fucking all goods. And Tampa, look, they might have no players. That's why you're getting 9 points. They have nothing. But I trust Baker. I trust he's able to find his receivers. And look, maybe this week, Spags might be just like, going to the beach and having to sit back, sitting back in the sun because he's playing Tampa. Who gives a fuck? They can easily beat these cunts with whatever scheme he's taught them in the past. It's fucking Tampa. So that's what I think will happen. Bet to avoid this week is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Look, I know this segment too well, and I'm not going to question you. I'm not taking Chiefs. I'm not taking Tampa. And I know that full time is going to be like 26-20.
Yeah.
And Chiefs Maybe they were up 17 at some point in this game, but they gave up. Similar to the Raiders game. And Baker's out there like his life depends on it to get the ball in the end zone with 30 seconds to go to cut it to a 6-point game. And then they take a dog wank onside kick, don't get it, and you see Patrick Mahomes kneel down. And the clock expires, and Tampa Bay have lost by 6. And everybody that fucking got raped on Redzone the previous day that loaded up on Kansas City minus 8.5 have to wait another week to make their money back because Tampa Bay backdoor cover for no reason, and Kansas City don't give a fuck.
When we're so bullish on something like Vikings, the public will be too. So you can imagine how many people are going to put both of them in their multis. You could see both of them head-to-head in their multis. No, Tampa's not winning. But if they do win, truly, I'm a genius. But there is going to be a lot of parlays, a lot of teasers, everything on Kansas City. So, like I said, they might win by 1, but the spread is definitely in question. Do not take 9. It's way too much.
And what a great way to end this podcast. Talking about sharp but blunt. I wish we had a similar winning percentage on Luck of the Week and Upset Alert, but apparently Sharp But Blunt is our fucking 100% win success rate. So will that continue in prime time? We will have to see. But for now, that's all for this week. Only 2 teams with a bye. I think San Francisco and some other dickheads. Steelers, which earned their bye with another big win this morning. Going 6.
Who does they come back off a bye? Fuck that.
Yes, so 6-2, and I believe they should start playing their division games after the bye week. So that'll be a thing to monitor going forward. Can they actually win the AFC North? I don't see why they wouldn't at this point.
Fine.
Obviously, it's probably going to come down to them playing Ravens at some point. And Niners, what a timely bye for you boys. Hopefully, we get to see C-Mac at some point in the back half of the year where you can push to make another Super Bowl so you can lose to Kansas City for the 50th time. But thanks for nothing. In saying that, appreciate the support and the viewers. As always, let us know what you like to back in this week. If you're backing us on Lock of the Week, Sharp But Blunt, and on...
No, don't take Sharp But Blunt.
Upset Alert.
I'm just letting you know what's going to happen.
If not, you tell us why so we can have a little nice, intellectually stimulating conversation in the comment section.
Maybe I should change it. It's still Sharp But Blunt, but say that I'm just psychic and can see the future. If I get this one right. It's not a case of taking Tampa. It's the case of all you cunts that think you could take Chiefs and think you're gangsters. It's not gonna happen.
I think he actually just articulated why I despise this fucking segment.
Yeah. Because
you're so confident in being don't take these cunts, but you won't actually go out and take the other side.
No.
And that's why it keeps winning. Because if you start taking the sharp but blunt opposite side, it will start losing. But as long as you say don't take these cunts and don't take their opposition, it will keep winning. So knowing that you're not going to take Tampa, I should go and take Tampa now because I know they're going to cover. But I won't do that to you. I want the same.
What if they get to 10? I'll take them.
No, don't.
Why? I'll ruin sharp up blunt.
Yeah.
No.
It's an important segment.
It'll never be ruined.
I can't see getting 10. They're that garbage.
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Who's going to take them?
You're going to be 7 to Raiders and be 10 to these
They
guys.
could be the least betted on team in the whole fucking week. Who the fuck's going to take them? Even their own fans won't take them.
I don't know. They seemed pretty excited to take them last week.
No, but last week was a get-right spot. Let's see if we can beat Falcons and get back in our division.
Last week
they've quit.
Last week was a we give up spot, which is what I was trying to tell cunts. But this week, it's actually a we give up for Chiefs, I reckon. Why would they try? Why would they try at all?
No, Chiefs, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll chat to you guys come to review. Peace out.
Peace.
Let's go.